Thanks, Nadine. Joining me today are journalism students Greg Hanna, Jacqueline Tucci, and PhD Policy Studies candidate Sean Hillier. Thank you all for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So I want to start off by asking each of you, what are your predictions for the night? Who do you think will win? Will we see a majority? And what are some storylines that we all should be watching?
Are any of us going to disagree here? Maybe the only disagreement could be if it's going to be a minority or a majority. One or the other, for the Liberals.
Yeah, I think it's maybe still a bit early to call that, to predict that it'll be a majority government for the Liberals. But obviously, if you're Justin Trudeau and the Liberals, you're very happy so far. So I'm still predicting a strong minority government for the Liberals. But yeah, as Greg said, it could go either way at this point.
Yeah, we were discussing this earlier, and I think that that we need to really look at a very strong minority government for the Liberals if we don't get into majority territory at this point. They're currently sweeping across Atlantic Canada, which many people weren't expecting, and so I think that they're the parties to watch tonight.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned Atlantic Canada has so far been a Liberal sweep, or looking like it will be a Liberal sweep. Any other regions across Canada that we could see any surprise turn of events in?
Well, I think we're going to be traditionally looking at the GTA area right now. I think is going to be the predictor on where this goes tonight. Quebec is quite interesting. I don't think we quite expected to see as many Liberal ridings go that way, and I think we may see that transform into Quebec as well. So that will be the next kind of telltale sign on how things are going to go tonight.
Yeah, certainly. We all have to remember that I think there's like 1/3 of the seats are in Ontario. So when we start getting the polls in for Ontario, it's going to give us a very good indication, especially in some more conservative ridings, like Vaughan, for example, or perhaps where Joe Oliver is even. That's another contested one, and it'll be very interesting to watch Olivia Chow and Adam Vaughan here in Toronto. That'll be a very interesting race.
Yeah, and I think what's important to note here is that the Conservatives have lost some big hitters tonight already out on the East Coast, and so they've already lost their Minister of Aboriginal Affairs, which I think is a very telling sign on getting the Indigenous vote out and how people are feeling about the way this government has treated Indigenous people across this country.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm very sorry we'll have to cut you off there, but we will be checking in with the panel a few more times tonight, and as election results come in, we will have the latest on discussions of results and further predictions. Nadine, looking forward to talking to you further. Back to you.